Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Let's Play Planescape Torment. Now, last time we ended up, I think it was something to, oh, it's for the loan documents for Trist. We had to go and talk to Byron Pickett to go and get them, so that we could help her, I think is what we're doing. We're also looking for Namel, but I can't remember anything about that. What am I meant to do? Agree to help a woman named Namel find her friend Aelwyn. Hopefully she's just somewhere else in the clock's ward, so I'm going to have to head back up there. But while we're here, let's go and talk to Mr. Byron Pickett. You see Byron Pickett, the moneylender. Back again! I don't think we've actually spoken. I have some questions. Very well, make it quick. What is this place? If you mean the ward in general, it's called the Lower Ward. If you mean this particular locale, it's the Open Air Market. Tell me about the Open Air Market. He gestures at the building behind you. An excellent market that caters to just about every need. He pauses to think for a moment before continuing. Nothing exotic is available. These sods cannot afford such items, but a good market nonetheless. Other questions? I want to talk to you about Trist. Ah, Trist. He frowns and looks away. After a moment he looks at you and raises his eyebrows. What about her? Trying to find a missing document for her. He sighs and shakes his head. There is no missing document. That was a ruse instigated by Trist to cast doubt on her debt. This matter has been thoroughly investigated by the Mercy Killers, and they found no evidence of any such document. The Mercy Killers? Yes, a faction of fanatics dedicated to uncovering the truth. In criminal cases and handing out justice. They're often used as investigators by the courts of Sigil. They're quite thorough, and they found nothing. He glares at you. You know, they could have missed something the way you're acting. That is a possibility, but not very likely. You obviously are not familiar with the Mercy Killers or their methods for you to make such a statement. If they could not find the document, it does not exist. He looks at you angrily. Someone could have stolen the document and then destroyed it. That way, the loan would be paid twice.
Updated my journal.
For a moment, it looks as if he's about to be furious with you, then a gloating smile across his face. What a terrible thought. Pity there is no proof of any such activity. Yes, pity. So tell me, why have Trist sold into slavery? Couldn't she pay you your money in the form of a loan? Yes, she could, and I did make that offer to her. He looks at you sternly. However, she turned me down, and I don't allow second chances. No one turns me down without suffering the consequences. No one. Other questions? No, I've had enough of you to last a lifetime. I'll answer no more of your questions. He turns away from you.
Done.
Look at the... Oh, I thought that was a barrel there. So this is... I'll grab some health. Health is good. Will you go... Can you tell me to go away? Trist. Okay. Missing document. They could have missed something. Done that. If any proof exists, I intend to find it.
My journal.
Well, good luck to you then. If the Mercy Killers couldn't help poor Trist, I don't think you have a chance of doing so. Right.
Done.
Okay. So, we probably are going to go back here and see if there's anything. We could try going back into the market, I suppose. I think Lenny is probably a key person in this whole predicament. I'll determine what this odd device is. Hello again, Bert. Thought I had the pleasure. Other questions? What if I told you Byron Pickett sent me? Okay, I ain't no tout. Pickett sent you why? He said you can answer some questions. Oh, he stops smiling and examines you for a while. His eyes linger on your scars and he swallows slightly. After a moment, a frown settles on his face and he appears to be nervous. Pickett sent you? Why? You could answer some questions. What questions? Oh, it's actually about the papers you stole from Trist. He swallows hard and stares at you. You notice his muscles tense and it looks like he's ready to run. He puts one hand on his hip in a nonchalant manner, but you can tell he's wound up tight as a spring. I don't know what you're talking about. You'd best be off. Smile wickedly. You know what I'm talking about, Lenny. Byron had you steal some papers from Trist. I'm here to collect them. He swallows hard and the corner of one eye starts to twitch. He glances at the scars that cover your body, then tries to meet your gaze, but cannot. Collect them. I destroyed the papers after I nicked them, just like Byron told me to. He finally meets your gaze. Really? Then why are you so nervous, Lenny? Let me guess. Byron thinks you destroyed the papers, but maybe you didn't. Maybe you kept them. A little Blackmail material, perhaps. He stares at you for just a moment and suddenly turns to run. Like, grab him. Just as he starts to run, you leap forward to grab him. He deftly steps out of your reach and begins to sidestep you. Seeing your quarry about to escape, you make another, more desperate lunge at him. You fail to grab him, but you do manage to bump into him hard, knocking him off balance. Your efforts foil his escape. Alright, I didn't destroy him. I'll give him to you. Just let me go. Hand him over, then. I don't have them with me. You frown at them and see fear on his face. I swear it. I don't have them. I put them in storage. He continues to stare at you, breathing hard. Well, let's go get them. He shakes his head sadly. We can't. They're in the warehouse, and they're not even in business right now. Rumour has it there's some sort of management change going on, but I don't know if that's true. In any case, I can't get the papers. He looks at you sheepishly. Well, I should look into this and get the papers myself, then. Fine. I guess that snake Pickett wins again. He looks at you defiantly. Let's just go get the papers. Go to the warehouse and tell the clerk I'm here for a loan, and I'll give you the papers. Later, Burke. Yeah, so we're not going to say, oh yeah, actually Trist.
Updated my journal.
Right, where's this warehouse then? A journal. In the warehouse. I can get them from the clerk.
Done.
Where's the warehouse? The warehouse. Where is the warehouse? Ah, the warehouse.
Come on, we got a special on Red Maid. Use them
Run.
whenever you will. They're right
Run
over
to the
here.
clerk.
Step right up. That one there. How about if he's mine?
I'm gone.
Okay. Welcome to the vaults of the Ninth World. How may I serve you on this fine day, Sigillian? What are you? I am the voice of the vault of the Ninth World. I am here to serve you, the customer. Instruct me in what you desire. Why is it called the Vault of the Ninth World? Frankly, I have no idea. I think the owners thought it would be a clever name or something. I'd like to claim something. And what was it you were looking for exactly? Looking for a large bag of coins. I tell you that I'm here for a loan. Ooh, one of my secret passwords. Here are the papers you want, sir. Thank you. What else can I do for you? Nothing, Foa. Of course. What can I do for you? Never mind. Farewell. We at the Vault of the Ninth World value your business. Please return. Farewell.
Done.
I suppose I could try asking about that big sack of money, but I don't think it's going to be in any way profitable.
All right.
But it'll go badly. Trist! Hello. You see Trist, she smiles at you approach and looks hopeful. Have you found the document, Cutter? Can you free me? Yes, I'll give it to Duran and he will free you. A look of relief washes over her face. You think she's about to faint, but she quickly recovers. I thank you, Cutter. Please return to me after you speak with Duran. Where is Duran? Duran! Duran. You see a boisterous auctioneer. He's very animated and does a lot of shouting, yelling, and stomping. He seems to have a tendency towards melodrama and makes a lot of strange facial expressions as he waves his arms. Greetings. He glances at you and motions to the crowd that he's taking a break. Well, 1,000 greetings do I bestow upon you, sir. He does a double take when he notices all your scars. You know, I take one look at you with my discerning eye and I see a man in the market for some healing charms. Do you have any charms? He gives you a shocked look and gestures grandly at himself. Do I, Duran, have any charms? He pauses for effect. No, sir, I do not. However, don't let that fact discourage you. I have plenty of other items for sale. He points to the rear of the auction block, where a group of people stand in chains. You sell slaves? Shakes his head. No, sir, these are indentured servants, not slaves. For the most part, they are guilty of minor crimes. The proceeds from their sale go towards paying their debt to the city. After their term of servitude, they will be free citizens once again. Yeah, that sounds like slavery. It does. Yeah, there's a time limit on it, but I think that's historically what slavery used to be. It still classically, I should say. Classically. It still sounds like slavery to me. He gives you a bright smile. I don't concern myself with such thoughts. My task is to sell their contracts as given by the courts of Sigil. He lowers his voice as he leans in closer. and collect a percentage of foreign efforts, you understand. He straightens. You said they were guilty of crimes. What crimes did they commit? He shrugs his shoulders in an exaggerated way. I don't know for certain, but I would guess theft, assault, not being able to pay their debts, the like. Those are the most common transgressions. I see. I have some questions for you. He shakes his head. Little time for such wigwag, friend. There's dealing to be done. Speak quick. I want to ask about Trist. Oh, very well, sir. What about her? She says she doesn't... I have proof that she's innocent of any crime. He smiles broadly, then laughs. Very well. Show me this evidence. He holds his hand out to you. Give him the document. He opens the document and quickly scans its contents. After a moment, he sighs, then folds the paper and puts it inside his shirt. It seems the courts owe Lady Trist an apology, sir. From this moment she is free, and I will make all the arrangements to have her status and property returned to her. Thank you, Duran.
Updated my journal.
No, thank you. It's a rare individual who will do what you have done. They're called protagonists. He bows to you. Excuse me, sir, I must speak with Lady Trist. Farewell. He begins walking towards Trist. Let's go and talk to her then. Trist smiles at you warmly. You are my saviour, Cutter. I will forever be in your debt. I was happy to help you. Thank you, Cutter. She glances around and pauses to think for a moment. You saved me from certain death, Cutter. A slow, painful death. Please wait here. I shall return shortly. She turns and walks away. Okay. You see Trist approaching. She smiles and waves to you. Hello again, Cutter. Thank you for waiting. She looks about for a moment, then removes a purse and the folds of a dress. With the document you've provided, the courts will restore my status and finances. This is not much, but it is a well-deserved reward for what you have done. She hands you a purse. Thank you. No, I thank you. Farewell.
I'm gone.
Yay! Go, team. Go, team.
150 for the red
Give him in.
I'll take the sharp one there. 75. 85. I'll take the big one.
Right.
Give me that little...
Let's meander back to the Clerk's Ward then. Hang on. Why am I having a sudden feeling I should go and talk to Lothar? Guys, where are you going? Thank you. He lives around here, doesn't he? I could go and bother him, but I don't think there's a reason to, is there? I don't think... It's gonna annoy me if I don't. I'll try talking to him. It might get me into a horrible fight. And we go down here again.
All right.
And he... Ooh, hello. It's locked. And this is the one where Morte used to be, isn't it? There's a dustless shelf with an empty space. Skull size between two grinning skulls. Okay. Can I interact with these other ones? I don't think I did. This skull's voice is low and raspy, the sound of flint and steel. I think I've seen you before, stranger. Where have you seen me? Cursed. Gate Town to Carcerai. Cursed? Gate Town? Carcerai? What, are you clueless? It is a gate town on the rim of the Outlands, the doorway to the prison plane of Carcerai. Incarcerated, okay. It's a place of backstabbers and traitors, and it's full of schemes. It's as full of schemes as a Batetsu's undergarments. Being right next door to Carcerai is apt to change a burg's nature. I wouldn't be surprised if the town was about to slide over. What do you mean? When a gate town's beliefs get too much like the plane it borders, the force of that belief is enough to make its bordering plane swallow it whole. Happens all the time, at least when the anarchists are involved. He speaks this last with a kind of grim pride. Tell me about the anarchists. We are a secret society. Cells of... Isn't Anna one of these guys? Sorry. This is when your eyes and your mouth are doing one thing and your brain's doing something completely different. We are a secret society. cells of members who work alone or through directives passed through the network of informants and leaders who remain hidden. Our goal is to tear down the power structure, to free people from the lies of politicians and powers, and replace them with the lies of other politicians and other powers. To let all lead their own lives for their own volition. We work in secrecy, worked in secrecy, and changed our routines constantly to avoid infiltration. My time was decades ago, and so all the secrets I knew are no longer valid, except for the faces I remember, and even those must have been changed by now. You sound like a paranoid group. If a society you belong to thrived on intrigue, infiltration, and the hatred of established powermongers, you would be careful too. It's not paranoia when they really are out to get you. In our line of belief, someone involved in a triple cross is but an amateur. The skull regards you evenly for a moment. I think I'm done speaking with you. Farewell. Oh, no, you had a bit about me. Ah. You said you'd seen me before. Where? Oh, sorry. What was I doing there? What were you doing there? You were babbling something about some Burke trying to kill you and wandering into all the wrong places. Well, you were obviously balmy and old, so me and some of my friends rolled you, stuck a shiv in you and divvied up your stuff. It was right after that I was betrayed, but not before I hid some of your stuff. Where was it? Where is it? I ain't telling. Maybe someday I'll get a body back and go for it myself, and maybe I won't. But right now it gives me great joy to see you wandering. Good luck finding it. The skull falls silent. No amount of cajoling can convince it to speak again. Yeah. I assume I can't talk to you again. Ah! What was I doing there? Oh well, thanks. Okay, so yeah, that's just gonna go around again. Morte, would you like some new teeth? Has he got good teeth? Because we could just like rip them out and give them to you. And I mean, if he's gonna be really grumpy about it, well, it's his fault.